last term. Let's check out the two teams for you. 4-3-3 for FC Midtjylland. The Danish under-19 champions recall Arins Injere, who netted home and away versus Legia Warsaw in the previous round. Nikolai Hansen can boast 5 youth league goals this season and 6 in the domestic under-19 division. He will play through the centre with Emifiel and Logberg either side. It is an attacking lineup. City fans will be hoping that it won't be two. This is how City line up. The English Premier League's academy side include both Jaden and Regan Heskey, sons of former England international Emil, of course. The pair have formed part of a City attack that has netted some 16 league phase goals this season. Babadou will play through the centre with Jaden Heskey on the left-hand side and Matthew Henderson-Hall over on that right flank. It is set for a start then here, round of 32 in the UEFA Youth League. It is FC Midtjylland against Manchester City. Portuguese official gets us underway. Really is something of an anomaly that City haven't gone deeper into this competition, and indeed won it for that matter. English sides over the last few years have taken a step back in this competition. Chelsea was so good in it initially, but it's not been as easy for the clubs that have participated from England in the UEFA Youth League. And from a Manchester City point of view, they'll be looking to go beyond the round of 32 and into the last 16 and further as the competition winds up. Beaten by Barcelona in that semi-final that we referenced back in 2018. They were beaten 5-4. Generally tend to make it out of the group stages. Obviously, it's been a bit different this season with an expanded league phase. Doesn't quite mirror what we've seen in the Champions League. Only 6 matches rather than 8. League phase done a little quicker. Now back towards the penalty spot. Well, the shot that was aimed at goal but took a deflection and spun out for a corner for Midtjylland as they look to start on the front foot here. Dangerous looking ball in. The clearance wasn't great. Fell towards Johansson, who got the shot away. Scored against Legia in the 2-0 away success. Has been on the bench for the first team in the Danish Super League this season. Danish junior international. He's weighed in with some 4 goals domestically this campaign. Our referee just intervening here. We've got a player standing on the toes of the City keeper, Oliver Watmuth. Another opportunity from this right-hand side in swinger. It's not going to beat the first man, and the referee has blown for a foul. He was itching to blow the whistle, it would appear. He saw some pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box, and City will get the free kick. Started their league phase against Inter, beaten in that particular fixture, and then thumped Slovan Bratislava away from home by 4-0. They beat Sparta Prague by 3-0 at home before falling to Sporting. Beat Feyenoord by 6-1, and then that away draw with Juventus to round out their 6 games. Finished 11th, only outside the top 8 by a point, and their goal difference would have been enough to send them into the top 8 if they had have managed an extra point somewhere along the line. Nicholas Hansen, we look at the Midtjylland coach as Manchester City come forward. City, who are going along very well from a domestic point of view. They top the Academy League, Under-18s League. Clear by 3 points to City rivals Manchester United. They've won 12 of their 14 games. They've won their last 12. Last defeat coming against United back in August. And they've scored 3 or more goals in each of their last 12 games. There are a handful of players in the Manchester City squad that play for the Under-18 Academy side, although an awful lot do play in Premier League 2, which is a slightly older age group. England unlike an awful lot of continental leagues, don't have an under-19 and under-17 league as Denmark do, and the likes of Germany and Spain and a number of others. The Academy League is under-18s, and then it's effectively 21s with overage players allowed in Premier League 2. City are through to the quarter-finals of the FA Youth Cup, incidentally, which is the competition that all the coaches of the English sides want to win. Sets the standard, really. The most prestigious competition from a domestic point of view, and of course one that City managed to win last season, beat Leeds 4-0 in the final. They are through to the quarter-finals we've mentioned this season. They beat Leeds in the previous round 6-1. They'll play West Brom away in the next round as they look to claim the FA Youth Cup for what would be the 5th time, 7 times runners-up. They ran into an awful lot of good Chelsea teams over the course of the last 10-15 years or so. Just beginning to establish themselves here after 1 or 2 early scares. Ben Wilkinson, who was appointed the Elite Development Squad league coach, having moved from the under-18s, and was the coach who led them to FA Youth Cup glory last season. Noble looking to come forward. This is Charlie Gray. And now Max Allain, who's once on Southampton's books. Mentioned the number of Danish under-17, under-19 internationals for Midtjylland. Well, City can match that with players representing England. But when City play domestically, a lot of the players will know their opponents, having grown up playing against them or with them for a long, long time. It's always a little bit different on the continental stage. And these two sides haven't met at academy level previously. Touch and feel by Konradsson, all the way back to Liam Selin, who's a Swedish under-17 international keeper. Regular for the domestic under-19s for Midtjylland. Clean sheets as well so far in the 3 matches that he has played in. And Midtjylland just struggling to clear their lines. Opportunity though for Inyere to maybe come forward. Now it's with Johansson. Good progress over on the right hand side. The referee is going to intervene here. Jane Heskey penalised for the challenge. Didn't seem too much in that. May well have got the ball as well. A little unlucky. With his debut in the competition last season, scored some 3 goals. He has to score this term, Jaden. Regan has. He's got a couple. Progressing nicely though. Jaden, who's 19, and Regan a little younger. City look to clear. A little bit awkward though here as the ball ricochets around between the 2 teams. Macassa tried to clear. It's a strong challenge. Macassa's on the deck. 2 City players on the artificial surface here. Johansson had that opportunity in the opening exchanges and looking to run at the City back line here. 5 inside the penalty area, and the header is over. Maybe should have done a little better with that. Just unable to keep it down, Julius Semafile. A couple of goals in the UEFA Youth League this season. He's got 5 for the domestic under-19s, limited starts as well. Only 8 times he's been in the starting lineup for the domestic under-19 side, but that was an opportunity that flew over. Celine. This is Conte. Celine again. Touch for Bjerge. And the referee's going to intervene again here. Fallen away from home the last couple of seasons, beaten by Mainz, as we mentioned, in the round of 16. Manchester City prior to that beaten by Hajduk Split. That's after going straight through to the round of 16 after winning Group C, what was a tough group with Dortmund, Copenhagen and Sevilla. Previous term they were knocked out in the group stages, section that contained Paris Saint-Germain and Club Brugge. The fact that they suffered 3 times on the spin. Midtjylland generally have come through the domestic champions path. City to come forward. Cassa's distribution was just a little off. Good running over on the right-hand side here, and an opportunity for Ludberg to get forward, maybe to curl one with his left foot. Fine save, might get another go here. It's blocked again. Sebastian Ludberg getting forward well on the right, cutting back on his left-hand side. The shot was well saved by Oliver Watmoff, who gets down to his right-hand side. Well struck effort, but a good height for the keeper. Mafile with a swing and a miss before it came back to Ludberg, who's been prolific this season in the domestic division with 10 goals in 12 appearances. Corner to the near post is dealt with. Variation here from Midtjylland. Well, every single time there is some pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box, the referee is deciding, I'm not having any of it, and immediately blows for a Manchester City free kick. Now, it stops any nonsense, that's for sure. 3 times, I think, now we've seen that. And you just wonder if Midtjylland are going to persist with that particular tactic. City to come forward once again. Funny. This is Heskey. Heskey looking to drop a shoulder and get to the byline potentially. Mukasa to curl in towards the far post, and the header is over from Henderson Hall. Not the easiest of opportunities for Matthew Henderson Hall. Just got underneath it a little bit. Their score against Slovan Bratislava in the 4-0 success back in October. Midtjylland to play out from the back, but they've lost possession. City's press has worked. This is Gray. Now it's with Mukasa. This is Heskey. Heskey on his right side to the edge of the penalty area. And Funny. Midtjylland win it back. It was a strong challenge from Mafile to win it. Spins back here towards Simpson Pusey. 13 minutes in. No goals just yet. Midtjylland with one good opportunity, but City now coming forward through the centre with Ababadou. And Mafile is out at the moment, just into the bank on that far side. Midtjylland have played UEFA Youth League knockout games on their own patch, the seniors stadium in Herning. This one east of where Midtjylland's senior team plays, and they have played a number of games here over the course of the last few years in this competition. Their academy side generally does. Home of Cast FC. City coming forward again. Casa calling for it. Fine shot. Well, the keeper has touched that one onto the post, I think. Selim with the effort. Babadou on the right-hand side took aim. Angle was getting ever tighter here. Just made half a yard of space. Good movement inside the area. I think the keeper just got his fingertips to that. Mikasa with a header just over. City beginning to create opportunities here. Flicked on by Hansen Tornvik. So City creating opportunities. Divine Mukasa yet to score in this competition. Former West Ham player. It's his second season in the UEFA Youth League squad for Manchester City. Selim. Looked like handball. The referee did spot it. Accidental, I think, but certainly struck the arm. Noble, the captain, England junior international. It's only his second start in this competition this season. Cleared away by the skipper. Midtjylland come again, but lose out. Heskey. Babadou through the centre. Heskey still has it. It's a determined run. It's a run that ends as he tries to take on a fourth player. One too many. Turnvig is chasing this one down. It's all the way back towards Watmoff. Keeper's already made one really good save. No goal 17 minutes in, but not for the lack of trying. There's been good opportunities that both teams on another day may well have taken. This is Heskey, seen plenty of the ball on the left-hand side. The layoff not quite good enough. Picked up by Gray. Back towards Heskey again. Midtjylland win it back. Prodded forward towards Emefile to try and curl it to this near side. This is Conradson. Early ball in, too early. Easy for Watmoff. See what he was trying to do, but needed to get an awful lot more bend on that. Midtjylland, who played Leipzig in the playoff round last season, they were a goal up and indeed a man up going into added on time. They conceded very late on. And they were beaten on penalties. That was after coming through 2 rounds of the domestic champions path. The domestic champions path was expanded this season to include 3 rounds, but the vast majority of the teams, those with more established leagues, only entered in the 2nd round, such as Midtjylland and Manchester United for that matter, from an England point of view. United knocked out by RZ, who've got good pedigree in this competition. But the sides that made it through from the 3rd round of the domestic champions path, the team that was outside the top 8 in the Champions League bout. Top 8 going through to the knockout stages, the round of 16. It's a good-looking run, isn't it? Watmoff. There's good pressure on the ball. Those top 8 teams seeded, of course, through to the knockout phase. Playing sides that finished in the lower regions of the top 22. So just a slight seeding for those top 22 that did make it through and advance to the knockout phase. So it was worth your while trying to finish in the top 8. City just outside of it. As they play aside from the domestic champions path. Just slowed down a little bit after some good opportunities for both sides in the opening 15 minutes or so. Pushed towards the midway point of this first half. Good running from Mukasa. This is great. And still going. Mukasa for Heskey. Forward by Elaine. Bounces all the way through to Celine. So the two sides have traded blows in the opening quarter of this fixture, but no goals so far. As Gray comes forward, tries to slip it inside the penalty area. That's going out for a corner. Gets goal side for a split second there. It was a good run on the right-hand side. City with a corner. Curled into the edge of the 6-yard box. Should be cleared away here by Midtjylland. Watmoff to control. Moves away from Ludberg. Henderson Hall operating over on that right-hand side, but Midtjylland have it once again. They've been through to the quarterfinals on a couple of occasions. Midtjylland, who were beaten by Ajax in the 1920 competition, and the previous year knocked out by Porto. So even though they've had to come through the domestic champions path, they've been regulars in the knockout stages. Post-Christmas footballers come to the academy side more often than not. Clever ball through here, Manchester City with an opportunity, and this is Heskey to try and curl one after the initial run from Funny. Determined run on the left-hand side from the youngster. In comes the delivery towards that near post area, cleared away. Looking right on the left-hand side again here as Midtjylland try and force a way forwards. And that's just got out of play. We'll play it back. It's a little short, and it's won back by Ludberg. Eddins. Ludberg again. Lead away by Gray. One back immediately here. Ludberg, can he get the cross in? He can. It's cleared away to the edge of the area. Midtjylland pressing still. And it's going to go Manchester City's way. Heskey. The backing away from Heskey here. Half-hearted shouts of penalty claim from some of the Manchester City players, but not from Heskey himself. Exchange of views between the two players involved in the incident. It's awkward rather than anything else. Like he may well have just kicked the artificial surface. Well, City's under-18s, as we mentioned previously, going really well in the academy setup in England, and their 21s also going strongly. They're top on goal difference ahead of Fulham at the moment, 11 wins from their 14 matches, so both age groups going well. They were knocked out of the EFL trophy earlier this season, finishing third behind Chesterfield and Lincoln, only ahead of Grimsby. Also knocked out of the Premier League Cup at under-18 level as well. Derby, the side that went through from their particular section. Just one defeat in their last 5 in the UEFA Youth League, 3 in the last 13 and 4 in the last 21. I just think you would thought would give them more of an opportunity of winning this competition for the first time. Simpson Pusey and Alain at the back have been pretty strong so far for Manchester City, aided and abetted by Mpuni. And Samuel, who's operating over on that right-hand side. Haven't seen him get forward too much. Anderson will play it back. City will start again. Alain. Simpson Pusey wants it back. He's come infield though for Gray. Well, City probe away. Midtjylland with a lowish block all of a sudden here as Manchester City enjoy the bulk of the possession. Half an hour into this UEFA Youth League tie between Midtjylland and Manchester City. Round of 32 action here in Denmark. There he goes down.
Guys, ready? Be ready for something here. Come on. Come on, get in shape. Trouble. Keep it down.
Great. Free kick. Simpson Pusey. This is Alain. Simpson Pusey again, the pressure on the City captain. Forward initially for Mukasa. And then once again, and Midtjylland have done well to win it back here. And the referee thought about playing advantage, then does play it, pull it back. Foul that was on Johansson. Midtjylland with a free kick. You can hear the City coaching staff explaining to their charges where to stand. Whipped him well. Curled back in towards the far post. Well, it's been hard going, hasn't it? First 10 minutes or so, there was plenty of cut and thrust, as there sometimes is, as both teams try to work out exactly how the opposition is playing. But since then, it's been a little bit of a battle. There's not been a lot in it, not been too many chances as well. We've seen Watmouth make some good saves. City have had some chances at the other end, but on as even 33 minutes in here. Nielsen. Manchester City win it back cleverly. This is Mukasa. Great. Henderson Hall. Babadou has made the run and will get there. Well, he looks really dangerous through the centre, doesn't he? Number of occasions we've seen him in that inside right channel. And Midtjylland have defended a little bit better on this occasion because the shot was blocked rather than the keeper making the save. But Justin Babadou, 4 goals in Premier League 2 this season. England Junior International, 3 in the UEFA Youth League. Third corner for Manchester City here as they look to make this one count towards the near post. It's not towards goal, but it's a comfortable save. It wasn't funny. Oh, taken on. Neat play as well here from Inyeri. Oh, flag is up, that's unlucky. Ludberg on this right-hand side, just making the move a split second too soon.
Guys, come on, hey, come on. Guys, the game's here for us. We've got to take the ball and be brave. Come on.
Simpson Pusey to take the free kick. Back towards Watmoff. Simpson Pusey again. This isn't funny. Babadou beaten in the air. Diaga doing really well to win the aerial duel. They've managed to clean sheet in their last 3. Manchester City, last against Sparta Prague back in October. Just 4 in their last 11. Midtjylland haven't managed to find a way through just yet. This is Ludberg. Oh, that's sloppy. That's a poor challenge, really. And into Inyeri. Got a frustrated figure, really. He's been penalised by the referee on a number of occasions from corners, and that's just a lazy challenge, isn't it? He's nowhere near the ball. Simpson Pusey, Watmoff. City just about hang on to possession, but then they've given it away. Chance here for Midtjylland. Brilliant save, Watmoff. Well struck effort that the City keeper did brilliantly to parry away. Not for the first time in this fixture he's been called into action. Stunning save to keep City at 0-0 here. Well worked over to the far side, but the shot was too close to the keeper, who makes a good stop. I think it was that had the shot. And it comes again. It's going to spin away for another corner. Well, Nikolai Turnvig with the shot there. Really good effort. And a fine save as the ball was curled towards goal. Midtjylland have had the clearer opportunities, but have found Watmoff in determined form. Johansson with a corner. In swinger to the near post, nodded up into the air rather than away. Babadou's underneath it though, so is Bjerga. Flick back and then up and still not away. Won't fall for anyone in Midtjylland colours. Thump to safety. Konradsen. This is Nielsen. Diagonal was on, but it's too close to the keeper. Whatmoff comes and claims. Lane under pressure. Whatmoff. Turn was from Emafile. Cross does come in, but he's cleared away. It was towards Tornvik. This is Heskey. Oh, that's loose. Emafile might be able to pounce here. Really good touch. Wonderful goal. Julius Emafile gives Midtjylland the lead. City sloppy at the back and they have been punished. Third goal in the UEFA Youth League for Julius Emafile, who took his time, picked his spot and blasted home. Well, City have been guilty of giving the ball away in dangerous areas previously in this first half, but they have been punished here. Slack play at the back. Whatmoff, who's been excellent, really just gives it straight to Emafile. Really good strike. Julius Emafile gives Midtjylland the advantage just before half-time. Confidently dispatched here, just look at this. Yeah, he was hoping to get on the end of that, but Manchester City have it again. City looking to respond, and might do! Oh! Really good movement inside the area. Babadou got there, but Midtjylland had players back. And the ball spins off a home player and out for a corner. He's looked the most likely, hasn't he, Justin Babadou? City with a corner towards the far post, hits the crossbar, nearly an Olympico. Oh, Heskey has been flattened there by Emafile. Making the challenge, I think Emafile has split the lip and maybe a tooth has come out as well here. He looks to be in a bit of distress and pain, doesn't he? It was robust into Heskey. And maybe a loose tooth. Close to half-time, that want to keep him on. been very lively and scored the only goal of the game, but overzealous nature with the challenge there has caused him a problem, it would appear. City come again. This is Gray. Funny to curl in. Back towards Ababadou. Tries to take it high on his chest. It still won't drop. It's cleared away by Midtjylland. Into the final minute here of the first half. That's sparked into life again in the last 4 or 5 minutes or so. Simpson Pusey. Heskey. Backing away from Regan. Heskey. Simpson Pusey. Elaine. Henderson Hall. Looks for a quick 1-2. Doesn't quite work out. Midtjylland have it again. Mafili's still not back on, incidentally. Sealing away. Now he's back on, but doesn't look 100%, does he? Got a whack in his face, all of his own making. 1 minute of added on time. Heskey. Simpson Pusey. Elaine. Good run from the centre half. Spun up but dug out, and Bjerge will clear. Funny. Opportunity to clear. Madsen gets something on it. And that's the last act of the first half, in which Watmoff was both hero and villain because he made 2 really good saves. However, his clearance went straight to this man, Mafile, who thrashed home from close range, beating the City keeper with an emphatic strike. And Midtjylland 45 minutes away from a place in the round of 16, but you know that City are going to come straight back at them following the restart. It's the English Academy side that are down here at the break. Half-time, Midtjylland 1, Manchester City 0. I'll give you confirmation of that change in just a second. Underway then for the second period here. Midtjylland leading Manchester City by a goal to 0. Julius Emefile, the goal scorer for the Danish Academy side. But it appeared that he lost a tooth in a challenge with Regan Heskey. And it doesn't look like he's come back out for the second half. This is Ababadou! Fine effort, just wide. Really good running. It's that inside right channel once again. Just unable to find the bottom corner. Confirmation of the change, incidentally. Julius Emefile has gone off. We just wondered about that. Looked like as they were coming off the pitch at the end of the opening half, he was looking for a tooth that unfortunately had pinged out after a challenge that he made. Let's not forget on Regan Heskey. It was a robust challenge. He went in shoulder first, but obviously followed through and caught the front of his face, and a tooth unfortunately is flown out. There's also an alteration for Manchester City. Henderson Hall, the player that's gone off, and he's been replaced by Ryan Makaidu. So changes for both teams. As City look to get back into this, a goal down. Well taken effort after some slack play from Watmoff at the back. Keeper giving the ball away. sense there's more goals to come here with these two sides. They've got some very good attacking players. We've seen that already. Confirmation of the City change, you may well hear over the tannoy as well here. Bjerga, high to the right-hand side. Sudberg looks to try and take it down, but it's nicked away from him. It's good defensive work from Funny, who's impressed on that left-hand side. He's got forward to good effect as well. This is Regan Heskey. Looks to try and win a throw, if nothing else, but keeps possession for Manchester City. Watmoff. Here is the substitute, Makaido. Simpson Pusey to push it forwards. Heskey again, willing outlet in the first half. Cross has been dug out but cleared away.
Okay.
Heskey again with the attempted cross. It's cleared down the line. Manchester City have it once more. Simpson Pusey. Alain. Samuel. Makaido. That's a free kick. Makaido has caught. Makaido. Was towards goal by Samuel. Scored against Juventus in the 1-1 draw. Now City would love a leveller from the same man today. Funny. On the header, goes in, wonderful! Mikhail Samuel in the right place at the right time, and City are level. Well, there was so much space on the left-hand side to measure the cross, and it's a simple header from close range. And having netted against Juventus, he's done it again here, Mikhail Samuel. Midtjylland 1, Manchester City 1. Midtjylland just switch off here. Heskey takes the touch and plays it towards Mukasa. And Samuel coming in all alone with a brilliant header. Firmly down and beyond City. Did sense that we would get more goals in this game. Now it is very much tie on. Jaden Heskey's complaining. Straight to penalties if we're all square, incidentally, at the 90. Gray loses out. Midtjylland have it again. Opportunity for Johansson to come forwards. Space on the right-hand side, but Heskey gets back to deal with the danger. Watmuff will clear away. Going to bounce all the way through to Celine. Forward by Jaden Heskey, and now Regan Heskey. And Funny. Heskey. City playing with a bit more confidence here and composure. Simpson Pusey. This is Elaine. Makaidu feints and turns back to find the goal scorer, Lakyle Samuel. Neat turn from Mukasa. Heskey tries to get in. Well, Selina's gone down here. I don't think there was too much contact. I think well, there might have been a little bit, but Heskey has apologised straight away. I don't think there was much in this at all. Selina's complaining. Let's have another look at this. Look, he's definitely trying to get out of the way. He's got every right to go for the ball. Midtjylland's way. Unbeaten in 3 on their own patch, Midtjylland in the UEFA Youth League, their last defeat coming against Rook. 1-0 defeat, although it didn't matter because they'd already built up a significant first leg advantage. They won the first leg 4-0 away. They've scored in 22 of their 24 games in the UEFA Youth League at home now. Only 8 clean sheets in 24. Midtjylland win it back. Heskey helps win it, but not for long. Johansson. Measured ball inside the area, still not completely away. I think they tried to, rather, Inyeri tried to take the shot on. Celine. Keeper has it again. Good play from Conte. This is Bjerga. Johansson jumps. And Lakyle Samuel has stayed down for a second. Danish academy side pegged back in this second half. Gray, incidentally, has been showed a yellow card, Charlie Gray. Sent off against Stoke recently in a PL2 fixture. Johansson. Heskey helps win it back. Manchester City have it once again. Makaidu. Samuel, City's goal scorer to play it back. Elaine, this is Simpson Pusey. Funny over on the left-hand side, Heskey further forwards. Avedou has come a little short here. Heskey wants it inside the full-back. Has he got the pace to get there? Not quite. Nice idea. City's press as Bjerge takes control. Conte. Here is the substitute, Orekunle. Space for Christiansen to run into. This is Tornvik. Comfortable for Watmoff, who's not been anything like as busy since the restart, that is for sure. Heskey, Samuel. City, who have had 64% possession since the restart. 60 all told, so they've upped it a little bit since the second half started. A lane towards Heskey. Casa calling for it, and Funny wants it as well. It's still Heskey. There's the out ball here. Looking for Jaden. A lane for Makaido. Makaido does well. This is Mukasa. And again, really joining in. Simpson Pusey. Well, it's considered football from Manchester City. This is the Kyle Samuel to get the cross in, and the header should have been better from Abavedou. Seemed to lean into that a little too soon and try to set himself before the ball had come towards him. Just a split second too early. Just mistimes it all, doesn't he, really? Should have been 2-1. Oh, well taken from Kyle Samuel, but brought down. That's a free kick. He's looked good throughout, hasn't he? 10-year-old England junior international, one of the Youth Cup winning squad from last term. 2 goals in the UEFA Youth League now. City look to be in control, but they are not in front. Half an hour to try and get a winner for either of these two teams. Abavedou will chase this one down. Conte gets there first. Cleared away by Conradson. Looking for the substitute here. Rekunle chasing everything down at the moment. Cleared away by Watmoff. Christiansen's header. Rekunle looks to be in an offside position. He's not raced forward to try and win this one. Good pressing from Turnvik. This is Christiansen. Christiansen keeps it in play, not quite. Heskey. Free kick. A card here for Inyere.
You cannot be inside the pitch, okay?
11 attempts so far for Manchester City, 4 of which on target, 7-3 for Midtjylland so far. City have had most of the play, but since grabbing the equaliser, they get their foot to the floor, really. Great forward, Mukasa. Flicks it back for Heskey. Babadou waits inside the penalty area. Manchester City come forward again. Gray with a neat turn. Mukasa takes it on. Midtjylland chasing shadows at the moment, but City not really making any significant progress on that left-hand side. They try another flank for Babadou. Makaidu calling for it. Still Justin Babadou to get the cross in. The glancing header is wide. It was a difficult opportunity. Heskey got in front of his man, but couldn't quite direct it on target. Difficult chance really for Manchester City. Patient build-up play, but it comes to nothing as Midtjylland get ready to restart here. Are they going to make a change here as well? Just a little bit of energy for those players that have certainly had to chase a lot of the Manchester City players around since the restart. There is going to be a change here as well for Midtjylland, as you can probably see. Ludberg is the player that's coming off. Thought he showed well in the first half. He needs to be replaced here by Ping Pong. There's Ludberg, who's come off. And so again he's come out. Morganson, the player that's come on. Samuel. Mukasa. This is Heskey. Simpson Pusey, cleverly done. Confident play from the captain and centre-half, who has it again here for Manchester City. 25 minutes remaining. City push for a go-ahead goal. Gray for a lane. Simpson Pusey again. It's a Manchester City throw. Alain. It's ambitious towards Makaidu on this near side, and the flag is up.
Today's number of attendance is 1,412. Thanks til fortal, det er 1.412 tilskuere. Vi siger tak for det flotte fremmøde, og vi skal endelig lave facelarm og hjælpe drengene videre.
Simpson Pusey. who finished top of the pile in the expanded league phase, already through to the round of 16. They beat Lille yesterday, some big hitters already through. Liverpool knocked out by Stuttgart incidentally, and Atalanta made it through by way of penalties. Liverpool also out with spot kicks. Atalanta beat Dynamo Kyiv. Benfica knocked out by AZ, looking for more glory in this competition. Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich, German sides, haven't done particularly well in the UEFA Youth League, but both through. Alain. Simpson Pusey. He's been dispossessed, and here's an opportunity for a rare Midtjylland counter. This is ping pong. Christensen to try and filter it infield, but Mukasa is there. City getting players back behind the ball all of a sudden. Midtjylland, though, have it again. Kill to the edge of the area. Ping pong unable to get the shot away. Still not completely cleared by Manchester City. They're making a little bit of a mess of this, but eventually it does go long. Bjerge for Conte. Through the centre for ping pong to chase, but it's come out to this near side instead. And that's not the best of deliveries. Needed to be better from Johansson. Simpson Pusey. Midtjylland press Manchester City high up here. City look to play through the Midtjylland midfield. That's a free kick. Caught again, not for the first time here. He's been good bringing the ball forward for Manchester City. Been caught on a number of occasions. For Alain. And now Simpson Pusey. It's a little loose, but it'll come towards Alain. City still might make something of this. Heskey on the left-hand side gets there first, and then goes down. Oh, Gray does well, and he's on a card, but he's managed to win it fairly. Still coming forward. Gray with a shot! Wonderful save. Selin with some quick readjustment with his feet there, managed to palm that away. It was dipping underneath the crossbar, that's for sure. Brilliant challenge to win it back. Fine effort that was dipping and swerving. City have a corner. In towards the near post, but it's disappointing delivery. He doesn't beat the first man, and Midtjylland will clear. Simpson Pusey has it for Manchester City. He loses out. And then a poor ball infield from the substitute Jorgensen. This is Mukasa. Alain. Kunle chasing everything at the moment. This is a lane under pressure. Mikhail Samuel, whose goal brought City level. And then Makaidu has been brought down. Makaidu offside. Biega. Kunle does well to find Thornbeck, who will curl it in, but after the ball had gone, oh, now then. But Kunle's been caught here. And this is going to be a red card because he's already been booked. Well, unfortunately, Charlie Gray had already got into the book earlier in this first half, and a second caution means that his day is cut short and City are down to 10, and it's a big chance for Midtjylland. Let's have another look at the challenge here. Or was there just a little kick out there? That's what the referee has seen. Wasilio Kunle had got beyond Charlie Gray, and there seemingly was just a little bit of movement towards the Midtjylland attacker. It's what the referee spotted, I'm presuming, and hence the second yellow. So City down to 10, and Gray, who was sent off against Stoke in a Premier League 2 fixture just last month, hasn't lasted the full 90 here, and Midtjylland have got a free kick to try and take advantage of the situation with good delivery. It's in the post. Fine strike, bent away from the keeper. Really good effort. Johansson's effort off the foot of the post, and City get lucky. Midtjylland come again. 3 wait, 4 now inside the area. That's just a corner. Wonderful technique from Sofus Johansson. Watmuth was beaten. The post to the rescue for Manchester City. Another corner. Johansson to deliver. Bjerke with a shot. City making a change here. Regan Heskey, I think, is going to come off. He's been a real thorn in that Midtjylland right-hand side, but obviously with the sending off, City going to have to make an alteration here and sacrifice one of their attacking players potentially. There's only 13 minutes remaining though. Double switch here.
Substitutions. Manchester City, players number 9 and 11 is replaced by players number 18.
So the 2 changes that are coming on. Christian McFarlane first and foremost. Midtjylland come again. Space on the right-hand side to deliver the cross. Oh, it's an own goal! Midtjylland lead. The attempted clearance just flies beyond Watmoff and into the net. And those Midtjylland supporters can celebrate once again. Second goal on the day since the Danish academy side in front. Well, it's a horror swipe at this one, isn't it, really? No stopping it. Ball in from the right-hand side. Slice with real power. Oh, my word, that's a horror from Jaden Heskey. A big own goal here. It's in front of his own net. He's trying to work it away, and he's just caught it horribly wrong. Well, the change incidentally saw Warhurst come on for a Babadou. But a goal down, and a man down with just over 10 minutes remaining, and this could be it for Manchester City's UEFA Youth League campaign. Heskey will be doubly determined to try and make up for his error, that's for sure. Finland have made a run. Midtjylland will clear, just going to manage the game from here on in. Alain, who will go again, the centre half here, and he still might be able to get to the byline. Oh, it's 2-2! Wonderful run from Alain, and smashed home from close range, and City are level. Real determination from, first of all, the centre half to ride the initial challenge. Just take a look at this, didn't seem too much on, the 1-2 just about worked out, and then from close range made a dive towards that near post area, and Matthew Warhurst makes it 2-2. City's European season at academy level is not over just yet. Penalties on, Tornvig is off incidentally. Midtjylland have to do it all again. And they might be able to do here the substitute with the shots. Kjell sees his effort blocked. Bjerga. Measured to this near side. And Johansson. City still alive in the UEFA Youth League, 2-2. Matthew Warhurst scored against Slovan Bratislava back in October in the 4-0 away success, has come up with a big goal, but an awful lot of credit's got to go to Max Alain. issue here with one of the Midtjylland players. Maybe a little more serious than cramp, just getting a little bit of treatment at the moment. The challenge, bit of grappling between the pair. And 6 minutes remaining. Back come Midtjylland. Didn't really have that many options. The substitute, Rekunle. Celine. Cleared away by Christiansen towards Johansson. You see another alteration potentially here for Midtjylland very late on. Looks like Oppenhagen is about to come on. Potentially, it will be Christiansen who's going to come off. He was the injured player a few moments ago. He's desperate to come off, in fact, isn't he? Simon Christiansen. There we go, that's the change. Christiansen. And Oppenhagen on.
FC Midtjylland har foretaget udskiftning ud af gået. Nummer 19, Simon Christiansen. Og på banen i stedet for med nummer 7, Albert Lodberg. Substitution FC Midtjylland. Player number 19, Simon Christiansen, has been replaced by player number 7, Albert Lodberg.
It's been announced that 7 has come on, but already Lodberg had already taken his place on the starting lineup, so it's slightly different to what we've got. Oppenhagen, I believe, has come on. Midtjylland to come forward, 3.5 minutes here. The flag has stayed down, 3 inside the penalty area. Good delivery to the near post. Should be cleared away. Midtjylland have it again. Still probe away. It's wide of the target. Confirmation it is Albert Lodberg that's come on. forward inside the penalty area, trying to keep it in play, wins a corner. Christensen off and Albert Lodberg on. There was some confusion with the team sheets, but Lodberg is the player that has come on. And he and his teammates have got a bit of work to do here. City, as we enter the 89th minute, looking for a third. High up and under towards the back post. It's going to bounce away. Penalties loom. Bjerga. Back for Celine. Kept in play by Odukunle. Elaine will play it back. Who made some really good saves in the first half. Could still end up being the star, even though he's the player. His mistake that led to the Midtjylland opening goal. Couldn't do anything about the second, of course, that own goal. Midtjylland will have to withdraw a player for the shootout, obviously, with City being down to 10. Makaidu. Go back inside the penalty area to this near side, and Michael Samuel. Who will the penalty takers be? 4 minutes have added on time, incidentally. City looking to win it very late on. Warhurst has made a run through the middle, just unable to take it on. It's gone. Midtjylland unable to make progress. Well, Midtjylland went out on spot kicks to Leipzig last season in the playoff round. Well, they have won 4 penalty shootouts in this competition. Oh, now then, was that a penalty? Right on the edge. Oh, this was close, wasn't it? Yellow card's been given here as well. Soderberg, I think, has gone into the book for the tug of the shirt on McFarlane. Good movement. Oh, it's right on the edge, wasn't it? Difficult to see whether it was just inside or not. Well, I think City are unlucky not to get a penalty late on. Fine margins. Oberg has gone into the book, incidentally, and Macassar is standing over this. Big chance for City to win it. Last chance for either side to win it, potentially, with just over a minute remaining of the added-on 4. Macassar looks favourite here. Well, just inches outside of the box. McFarlane was brought down. Lodberg has gone into the book. Funny moves away from the wall. Mukasa sizing this one up, takes a wicked deflection and spins away for a corner. Really could have gone anywhere. Another chance for City. Up goes the signal. Oh, whipped towards the near post. They're going to get another go. Well, the deliveries from both academy teams hasn't been great from corner kicks. Short more often than not. Haven't beat the first player more often than not. City will be mindful here that the referee is blown for free kicks very quickly when the balls have come in from corners because of pushing and shoving inside the area. Another opportunity, whipped in a little better, drops inside the area, shot on the turn is blocked. And that is the 90th. It will be penalties to decide which of Midtjylland and Manchester City go through to the round of 16 in the UEFA Youth League. Midtjylland thought that they had done enough after going in front for the second time in this second half through that Heskey own goal, but Warhost's near post conversion made it 2-2 after Samuel had cancelled out Amaphili's first half strike. And at the end of the second half, with penalties to come, it's Midtjylland 2, Manchester City 2. Up against Oliver Watmoff here to strike first for the Danish under-19 champions. Gustav Bjerge to take the first spot kick of the shootout then in the UEFA Youth League here for Midtjylland against Manchester City, and he buries it. Confidently dispatched by the Midtjylland captain. Watmoff started to move one way, it was pretty much straight down the middle. And Mukasa is charged with the responsibility of taking the first penalty for Manchester City here against Liam Selin. Has been on the bench, incidentally, for the Champions League, in the Champions League and the Europa League for Midtjylland over the course of the last couple of years as third keeper. Good experience with the senior squad. What can he do against Mukasa in the shootout here? Mukasa steps up. Well, that hits the crossbar and bounces the right side from a City point of view, but that was close, wasn't it? I think that the keeper's asking the question here, did it cross the line? The answer is yes. Well, perfectly taken as long as they do cross the line. That one did. So, one apiece after the first round of penalties. Watmoff takes his place in the goal once again as Midtjylland choose their second penalty taker. Deep breath here. Confidently dispatched. Lasse Odegaard makes no mistake. And Midtjylland lead by 2-1, going with serve, so to speak. City go next. Well, this young man has got City in the situation that they're in with that late leveller. Let's see what he can conjure here from the spot to make it 2-2. Steadies himself, finds the corner. Really well taken goal in regulation play from him. And Warhurst converts to make it 2-2. Dances one way, goes the other. Selin for for converted spot kicks. Ping pong is next. Well, as a substitute, put himself about in that second half. Opportunity to make it 3-2 in the shootout. Ping pong sees his effort saved. Watmoff guesses the right way. It was low, not particularly powerful, and far too close to the keeper. Ping pong is denied. And it's advantage Manchester City. Knew straight away. Well, they only say it's an advantage if the next one is scored. What can Farland do here? Another substitute entrusted from the spot. Left-footed. McFarlane shapes up for Manchester City, finds the corner, sends the keeper the wrong way, and City do now have that advantage. Inch perfect into the corner. Midtjylland to take the fourth here. Well, it's a substitute. So there to take. Short run up. Well, we've got something on it, but not enough, and a huge sigh of relief. Lundberg dispatches. Lundberg makes it 3-3. To step up here. Manchester City. Can he dispatch? He can. Coolly done. Heskey keeps his side of the bargain, and now Midtjylland have to score. But if this one misses, that is your lot. Johansson to take responsibility. Such a good striker of the footballers we've seen over the course of this tie. So City with a chance to win it. A little bit of afters there. Watmoff and Johansson. So City with an opportunity to win it. 5 from 5 to win the shootout and send them through, and it's Watmoff himself that's going to take this. Keeper versus keeper here. Oliver Watmoff. Manchester City, 5 perfect penalties, and it's the English Premier League Academy side that make it through to the round of 16 in the UEFA Youth League in dramatic fashion. And Watmoff very much the hero here, having saved the spot kick from Ping Pong. He converts the 5th to put City through. How about that? The keeper showing real confidence, both facing and indeed taking a penalty. And City coming good, courtesy of a 5-4 penalty shootout success. How about that? Celine gets the right way, couldn't get down low enough. And Oliver Watmoff celebrates as City progress to the next round. So 2-2 at the 90, but City come good in the shootout. 5-4, Manchester City win at the penalties, and they are through to the next round of the UEFA Youth League. From all of us, it's goodbye.